Welcome. Welcome to the topic for today, self-responsibility of feeling. What does it feel to be responsible for what is going on inside our body, our reactivity, our aliveness, without blame, with compassion. Oh, there's that again. Hello. That my goal is to, when I am stimulated, is to have that kind of welcoming attitude to myself, to let that come up, let myself laugh or be sarcastic if that's my response, and enjoy that. And I don't wish to do any harm. And may, if I do harm, may it be the least amount as possible. And I would add to that, may I have the opportunity to listen to the harm that I've stimulated, even if that person's blaming me. That's a kind of a high bar. And so dwelling in what stimulates us, what brings up laughter, what brings up pain. And it's going to be different for every single one of us. And that's part of, I was told that I couldn't long for self-responsibility for somebody else. I actually can. And I have to start with myself. I love it when people really own, and this is my trigger. You are the responsibility of my pain, right? That's some sarcasm there. And I can see how it's connected to something alive in me, my trigger. And a little bit of story here. So if you're not interested in story, you can stop the recording right now. The t-shirt, and it was lucky for me that it was posted in a certified nonviolent communication trainers WhatsApp group. I think I may have gotten that wrong, but it's a t-shirt that says "See me beautiful," and then underneath, "If you can, you unempathic bastard." And I'm putting that in the chat again, just in case you were like, what? Because my reactivity is that I laughed. I immediately laughed, not because I saw myself in it. That took another sinking into self-responsibility. But because it's oh yeah, it's the knowing that a trainer that loved singing that song, would get up in front of the room and everybody clap and cheer. And all the women would go up to him later and say, "I see you, beautiful." I'll let you fill in the blank after that. And in trainer meetings with him, it was it's really freaking hard to see you're beautiful when you're yelling at us with blame and shame, and you're just so freaking triggered, right? So the laughter is that how complicated we are, and how I also put up walls when rather than show my tenderness. I do that. I get a chance to see that all the time, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if I can harvest my needs in there and harvest the feeling in my body so I become intimate with my own life energy. And in that situation, it was just such a great example of when somebody really needs empathy, like this trainer who was screaming at us. Their strategy is just they were the least likely to get it, as you can imagine. That was not everybody's reaction. Everybody had a different reaction. Everybody had their own little experience when that certified trainer would kind of rage at us. And so that's like longing for him to have self-responsibility. And the only control over that I have is like, oh, I get to go back to my family of origin right now, right? I get to sit here and actually do something different than I did when I was 8, you know? I mean, who here does not have an alcoholic parent, right? And I feel so grateful that I knew this person, that I knew this trainer, because it was intense and it really woke something up, and it's like, oh yeah, I know how I am in this situation. This is very familiar to me. Goes back really far. And I was like, and I'm not going to do the thing that I did when I was a kid, because I want to just dwell in the beauty of like, this is my life energy. Now, finally, he was able to say, and this is when he said basically, you guys can't see that I just need empathy right now. And I raised my hand and said, 7:00 tonight. And they all looked at me like, how dare you, like, what is that word? Support his behavior or something like that. It's like, no, you made a request. I'm supporting that behavior and I can't give it to him right now. I mean, the idea was, I mean, there's this sort of certified trainers for NVC. We're supposed to be like empathy on demand, right? 24 hours a day, just I can give you empathy. No, I needed those 3 hours to recover before I could sit with him and just like listen to his pain. So that's my story with the t-shirt. And everybody that sees that t-shirt, I'm sure will have a different story. My partner just absolutely cracked up when I showed it to them. Absolutely cracked up. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad. Because again, I think he saw the paradox in it. The paradox of the like la 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 la, and then yeah, you just haven't quite gotten how to express yourself when you're in pain. I have a workshop on that if you're interested. It's not this Sunday, it's in April. And this is not an advertisement for this workshop. It's really an invitation to feel self-responsibility in your body when you're triggered. What's important to me, because it's where your power is. And if we all, this is the world according to Barbara, and if we all can really connect with our pain, with our fear, with our anger, and express from our body sensations and from our needs instead of judgment for other people, it's going to be a different world. Certainly, it's a different world for me when I'm able to connect that way. And that's where my power is. So what does that feel like in your body when you are able to connect with your own life energy? And I really do wish that for my loved ones, people I really care about. I don't want to harm other people. I long for that. And when I do, not if I do, I hope that I'm willing to listen, that I have the capacity to listen. So that's my offering, that self-responsibility to the world, and as in traditional meditation. I'd love my loved ones to feel that power of self-responsibility for their needs, certainly the neutral people that I see are, it's a lot easier to know, to get when they're triggered, that it's really more about them than me. And it's the people that, like, we have enemy images of, we're really, really stuck in that, and they should be different. Oh, wow. And I wish that I can wish that I'd love to do the least amount of harm as possible, and I can't control other people. I can't control other people's responses. They're gonna have the feelings that they're gonna have. And that's kind of an intellectual thing, and it's a practice feeling it in your body. When I do have a t-shirt on that people don't enjoy, I love being able to listen to them. Tell me more about what you don't enjoy. And then, if all beings in the world can benefit from me doing it, which I believe they can, it's going to be an amazing day. So thanks for hanging in here till the end of this meditation. It was a long one.